English 8 Quarter 1 Module 2. Now, let us continue with the next slide. Okay. So we have here the objectives. As a learner of this module, you are expected to first define key concepts of bibliography. Number 2, identify the bibliographic parts of a printed or online resource. 3, we have give importance of citing resources, and lastly, use various conventions in citing resources. Okay. So what is bibliography? Would you please read it, Miss Aliyah Milanda? The first bullet taken from
the Greek word biblion, which means book, and graphia, which means to write.
Thank you so much. Okay, while you are listening, you may take notes and please prepare your pen and your notebooks. So when it comes to its origin or its etymology, when we say bibliography, it came from two Greek words, which the first one is biblion. What is the meaning of biblion, Mia Verona?
Huh?
What is the meaning of biblion? What does biblion mean? It means book. And we have the word graphia. Yes, Kian, you're raising your hand. What is the meaning of the word graphia or Greek word graphia?
Ma'am, to write.
To write. Thank you so much. So remember that it came from two Greek words, biblion and graphia. And then it contains an alphabetical list of sources like books, periodicals, and websites used by the writer or researcher. So there are different types of resources written in your bibliography, and they are arranged alphabetically. Do you follow?
Yes, I follow.
Okay, thank you, Dominic, for confirming. And lastly, a research paper or book should contain a bibliography written on a separate page and should be located at the end of paper. Now, I prepared the question here. What do you think is the importance of writing a bibliography? Say, for example, you're going to write a research, and from your research, you need to study, you need to read a lot of books so that your essay would be filled with information. Now, it is important to create or write them in your bibliography. Now, what do you think is the importance of writing bibliography? And why do we need to cite the sources that we use in writing? Anyone? Do you have any idea? Say, for example, I ask you, do you all search in Google? Will you raise your hand? Yeah, will you raise your hand if you search in Google? Thank you, thank you. Okay, so we are all searching in Google. Now, my question is it important to cite your source in your bibliography? Is it important to give credit? Yes, Dominic. Yes, Dominic.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Why do you think so?
To give credit to the author, so they know that you're not just copying it.
Very good, exactly. So we have to give credit to the author, and I would like to give an example. Say, for example, I have my wallet. Wait a minute. This is my wallet, and imagine that this is your mom's or your father's wallet. Okay, and then what if you take money? You take money from your parents' wallet without their permission or without their knowledge. What did you do? What did you do?
You stole it from them.
You stole it from them, exactly. So it's just like writing. When you write and you did not ask permission or even wrote them in your bibliography, you are given some charge. And what do you think is that charge? That has something to do with writing. Okay, anyone? what charge will be given to you? And it has a, yes, another student, please, aside from Dominic. What charge can be given to you if you copy someone's property? Yes, Mia Verona.
Plagiarism po.
Plagiarism, exactly. So we have here the word plagiarism. So what is it? Please read. I'll call students, okay? Ailey Eligado. Go, Ailey. Please read.
Plagiarism, the act of presenting another's work of ideas as your own.
Okay, thank you so much. So when we say information from textbook or other things, those are what we call intellectual property. Everybody say intellectual property.
Intellectual
property.
Okay. And just like the example a while ago with stealing money, instead of stealing money, you are stealing someone's intellectual property. And if you do that, you will be charged of what?
Plagiarism.
Plagiarism. Thank you so much, Dominic. Okay. Can you follow?
Yes,
Can you?
ma'am.
Okay. Okay, thank you for confirming. Now let's move on to the three main citation styles. So we can use the following bibliography styles. The first one is, please read, Aliyah, Milanda.
Number 1. American Psychological Association style, used in
Oh.
social and behavioral sciences.
Okay, thank you so much. So we have the American Psychological Association, or they say APA or APA style. This is commonly used in social and behavioral sciences. These are usually used in researches that has something to do with social and behavioral sciences. Then we have number 2, Aldrin Murray. Aldrin Murray.
Modern Language Association style, used for writing papers on literature and related subjects like theater and film.
Okay, so if you are writing that has something to do with theater and film, you're going to use MLA style or the Modern Language Association. And lastly, we have Alan Lawrence Dumaya.
Chicago Manual of Style, used in many academic fields, especially in humanities and social.
Okay, social sciences. Now, we have Chicago Manual of Styles. Everybody say Chicago Manual of Styles.
Chicago Manual of
Style.
Okay. So this is used in humanities and social sciences. As you go to different levels in senior high or college, you will know more about this different citation styles. However, at this moment, we will just focus on the third one, which is the CMOS. Okay, now let's continue. So in this module, we will follow the bibliography annotation standards specified in Chicago Manual of Style 17th edition. And we have here two formats, print and online. Under print, we have or printed resources. But before that, what do you mean by printed resources? What are printed resources? Can you give me an example? Alison Cargado. Can you give me an example of printed resource?
Newspaper po.
Thank you so much. Newspaper. Yes, Kian, how about you?
Books.
Books. That's right. What else? Yes, Paris Psycho.
magazines.
Magazines. What else? Yes, Eugene.
Dictionaries.
Dictionary. How about Mia? Do we have more, Mia?
Journals po.
I was not able to hear you anyway, but yes, Dominic, how about you?
Journals.
po.
Journals. Okay, I think Mia also mentioned journals. I was not able to hear that. Okay, let's discuss them one by one. So we have the first one, books, followed by periodicals, journal, magazine, and lastly, newspaper. Let us begin with books. If you have books there at home, I want you to look for a book and then show it to our class. Turn on your camera, please. I'll give you a minute to show me any book that you have there at home. Go. Turn on your camera, please. I want to see your participation. Go. Can you show me your printed book? Yes, Shaila, where is your book? Okay, thank you. How about the, wow! Ooh, how about Pericycle? What is that book, Dominic?
Math book po.
Math book. Thank you. How about Kim Duque? What book is that? Kim, what book is that?
Math po.
Math also. Avril, how about you?
Calculus book po.
How about the others? It's okay, thank you. Turn on your camera, please. I won't ask you one by one. Just turn on your camera. Okay. Go, go, go. Turn on your cam, please. Show me your book. Okay. There you go. Thank you so much. Now let's discuss them one by one. Okay. As you hold your book, let us discuss this one. These are the most common and reliable sources of information. So when we say reliable, what do you think is the meaning of it? And why do you think it's the most common? And why is it reliable? Anyone from the class? Just like a friend. Your friend is trustworthy. Yes, Dominic.
It's reliable because you know it's coming from a person who knows about the subject.
Okay, that's right. So it's reliable because it came from a person who has mastery of the topic or someone who's very knowledgeable. That's why we have here different parts of your book bibliography format. First one is pericycle. What is the first information that we need to put in your bibliography? We have the
Place of publication.
Thank you for that. But I would like you to focus on this. What is the first thing here? What is this?
Author's last name and first name.
Very good. So we have the author's last name and first name. Now you are holding your book, right? I want you to tell me what's the author's last name and first name from your book. Anyone? How about Bianca Nitura? Bianca Nitura? Bianca Nitura. Look at the book you're holding. The one I asked you to hold a while ago. And then look for the author's name and first name. Author's last name and first name. Bianca? Bianca, are you there or I'll mark you absent? Bianca, just say some word. Do you have a book? Do you have a book with you?
Opo.
Okay, can you see if there's an author's name there?
Meron po.
Okay, so what's the author's last name?
Forlini.
Okay, for Lini. Okay, I think you're holding an English book. Okay, thank you for that. How about the title of the book? Marielle Regina. Can you tell me the title of the book you're holding?
Dictionary po.
So it's a dictionary. Yes, how about Arian? What is the title of the book? Yes, Arian?
English Dictionary po.
So it's also a dictionary. Now I want you to take note of this punctuation mark here. After the author's last name and first name, you must have the period here at the end. Okay, then after that, it's your time to write the title of the book. And then you have there, what punctuation mark is this? That separates the title and the subtitle. What is this? Yes. Yes, Dominic. Yes, Roxelle. How about Roxelle? What do you call that punctuation mark that separates the title and the subtitle?
Ma'am, colon.
Colon, very good. So I want you to take note of that in your notebook. So after the author's name, you have period and then the title of the book. Now look at how is the title of the book written. How is it written? It's in, what is that? Italic, okay? So it's italicized. As you can see, you have to click here the italics. Then you have colon plus the subtitle. What if my book has no subtitle? Then just remove it. Just remove it and put period there. Do you follow?
I follow.
Okay. Okay, thank you
I
so
follow.
much. So after the title of the book and the subtitle, what's the next information you have to put?
Place of publication.
Okay, so we have the place of publication. Then we have another punctuation mark. What is that punctuation mark again? Entoin tadyaman. Entoin tadyaman. What is the punctuation mark that separates the place of publication and the name of the publisher? Entoin tadyaman. Entoin tadyaman. Entoin tadyaman. Should I mark you absent?
Yes po.
Okay, again, what is the punctuation mark that is used to separate the
Colon.
place of... Okay, very good. That's so easy. Unmute yourselves easily so that we will not take very long. Okay, so after the place of publication, you have colon, and then the name of publisher, then period. Okay, and lastly, we have the... What is this? Everybody read?
Year of
Year of
publication.
publication.
Okay, very good. So we have the year of publication, or they say copyright. Everybody say copyright.
Copyright.
Okay. So you can see the copyright. If you this is your book, you open your book, and here on the first page, at the back of it, you can see the copyright. It's usually in A and then circle like that, copyright, or C rather, C and then the circle one, copyright. It's the year when the book was published. Do you follow?
I follow.
Okay, now I want you to check the book you're holding. Can you check if there's author, title of book, place of publication, then name of publisher? Raise your hand if you were able to find all of those. Okay, thank you. How about the other? Okay, thank you so much. Now we will proceed to this example. So we have here a book. Can you tell me the title of our book? What is the title of this book? Dave Kagging? Dave Kagging, what is the title
Language and literature. Language
Okay,
and literature.
Okay, thank you. So we have everybody say language and literature.
Language
and literature.
Okay, literature. You do not say literature, okay? We say literature. Okay, now, do we have subtitle here?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, yes. How, John Patrick, what's the subtitle?
Grade 8 learner's textbook.
Very good. Now, let's proceed with the author. Who is the author? I want you to look at the books with one author. Who is the author there? Another student. How about Danica Pineda? Danica Pineda?
Lourdes Cruz po.
Thank you so much. However, there in your book, there are 4 authors, but here it is shown only the first author. to show the differences between the two, okay? And here we have the author's name. Next, do we have the name of publisher? Do we have publisher?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So what's the name of the publisher? Felix Corpus.
Um, Cruz Publishing House Incorporation.
Very good. So we have Cruz Publishing House Incorporation. Now, do we have the place published? The place where the book was published? Jillian?
Yes.
Jillian? Zairi? Jillian? Zairi?
Quezon City.
Very good. So we have Quezon City. And lastly, do we have copyright year? Copyright
Yes.
year. Yes, Joshua Luis. When is the copyright? 20? Okay, very good. 2015. So as you notice here, they did not write the middle initial anymore. So they start with the last name, comma, first name, period. Did you notice those? Yes? Okay. Now, we have also here 4 to 10 authors. What if there are many authors? There's only, it's not only one, there are many. So according to this one, it says that, okay. Okay, wait a minute. It says that here, 2 or more authors should be listed in the order as they appear as authors. So if you can see here on our book a while ago, there are 4 authors. Okay. Here, there are 4 authors. We have Lourdes, Armando, Josie, Nancy. Ma'am, do we have to arrange them alphabetically? Okay, let's answer that. Here. Okay, so 2 or more authors should be listed in order as they appear as authors in the book and not necessarily alphabetically. Okay, now 4 sources with more than 10 authors include only the first 7 in the bibliography, followed by et al, or a Latin phrase which means and others. Do you follow?
Yes, I
Yes.
follow.
Okay, thank you. So when we have 10 authors, how many authors should you include only?
7.
7, very good. And then we have to put the Latin phrase. What's the Latin phrase again?
Et al.
Okay, et al, which means?
And
And
others.
others.
And others, very good. Okay, so that's for books. Now we have periodicals. That's the second one. So what are periodicals? Please read. Another student. How about Keen, Evald? Keen, please read. What are periodicals?
These are magazines, scholarly journals, newspapers, and newsletters published at regular intervals. Publication dates are essential when citing periodical sources.
Okay, so how often is our periodical published? How often? It's at, say for example, we have magazine. How often do they publish magazine?
Yearly, monthly, weekly, something like that.
Yeah, very good, Dominic. Okay, how about with newspaper? How often do they publish newspaper? Yes, Kian, how often?
Daily.
Daily, very good. That is why when we have periodicals, unlike with books, what do we include only with book entry? What, when it comes to the publication, what do we include only? Going back, do we include the date? Like January 1st, 2020? With our book? Do they publish the book every day?
No.
Okay. Okay, so we only have the
Year.
Year,
Yearly.
exactly. So we only have a year for a book. However, with periodicals, sometimes it can be monthly, like what Dominic mentioned. Okay, so it's important to include. So you can see that later on. Here, we have the third one, journal. Okay, so journal is a scholarly published periodical containing articles written by researcher, professors, and experts. When you were in elementary, did you receive journal in your Araling Panlipunan class?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. How often did you
Yes.
receive journal? How often?
Weekly.
Weekly or sometimes twice in a week, right? Okay. Now, so this is our format. This is our journal bibliography. Same with your book. We start with the author's last name, comma. We have the first name, then period. Now we have the title of article. It should be enclosed in, what do you call this punctuation mark? At the outside, yes, Aliyah. What do we call those?
Quotation marks.
Quotation marks. Very good. You have to take note that we have title of article and we also have the journal title. Do you follow?
Yes, I follow.
Okay.
Yes, I follow.
Why do we need to put the title of article? Why? Lovely Camille. Why do we need to put the title of article? Any guess from the class? Why there is title of article and then journal title? Yes, Alexandria.
Ma'am, to know po what it's about.
To know what it's all about. Very good. What else? Imagine how many data are inside a magazine or journal. Do we only have one article in a journal? Yes, Paris, Psycho. You're raising your hand.
To know what is the main idea or topic.
Okay, to know what is the main topic because there are a lot of articles in a certain journal. Do you follow?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, so
follow.
that's why you need to enclose the title of your article and then you have, as you can see here, okay, I think this is a typo. Your quotation mark must be outside. It must be outside your period, okay? Again, your quotation mark must be outside, okay? And then after that, you have the journal title, comma, and then the issue information, then period. What are those issue information? Let's discuss that. Those. What is the journal title? Nisa Dolores. Nisa Dolores, please tell me what's the journal title. Yes, Nisa.
Philippine Education.
Thank you. Are you sure? What is the full journal title? Can you make it complete? Yes, Christopher.
Journal of Studies in Philippine Education.
Okay, Journal of Studies in Philippine Education. Very good. So that's the journal title. Now, do we have volume number, issue number, and publication year?
Yes.
Where is
Yes.
it? Can you tell me what's the volume number? Rian? Rian Ashley? What's the volume number, issue number, and publication year? Rian, Ashley.
I would like to help them.
Okay, Dominic, would you please do it?
Volume 10, number 2, 2019.
Very good. So that's the issue information. Now, do we have a title of article?
Yes.
Samuel Makabasa? How about Samuel Makabasa? I would like your participation.
Po,
Yes? Yes? What is the title of article?
Yan po ba, ma'am, yung Philippine
Okay, thank you for trying. Okay, but I want you to focus, Samuel, okay? Yes, Joshua, will you please help Samuel?
Distance learning amidst COVID-19.
Very good. So we have here the journal title at the top. It's the main name. It's the name of the journal. It's here. And then there is title article here below. Okay? It's under. Then, who is our author? Yes, Roxelle.
Ma'am, the author is Juana E. Martinez.
Very good. How about the page range? Samuel. Yes, Samuel?
23 to 35.
Very good. Now, how did we start our journal entry? We have the Dominic.
The name.
The name of the, okay, the last name of the author, comma, and then the first name, then period. What's next after the name of the author? Yes, Joshua.
Title of article.
Title of article. What's the punctuation mark that we use for our title of our article? Yes, Kian. Yes, Kian. What do we put outside the title of article? Yes, Eliza.
Quotation marks, ma'am.
Okay, quotation mark, and the period is inside. After the title of article, what's next? Von Harry Gabriel. Von Harry Gabriel. Von Harry, are you
pakiulit po
there?
yung tanong.
Again, Von Harry. What's next
pakiulit po yung
after?
tanong.
Okay, what's next after the title of your article?
Journal title po.
Okay, journal title, very good. After the journal title, what else should we include? Yes, Michael, Josh. The
Ma'am, issue information.
issue information, and here we have volume number 10, comma, volume and then number 2, volume 10, number 2, and then the year 2019, colon, the page range. Okay, you just need to memorize the format. So let's continue with the next one. We have the fourth one. It's magazine. Okay, please read. Yes, Ariane.
Magazine, it is a periodical publication that contains stories, essays, pictures, and the like, usually published every week or month.
Very good. So when we have magazine, we have stories, essays, pictures, and many more. And these are usually published every week or month, like what we were talking a while ago. And here we have the author's last name and first name, then period, title of articles, magazine title, issue date. We have the comma and then the issue date. So that's very easy. Let's try. We have an example here. Okay, let's study this one. What is the magazine title? What is the magazine title? Another student. How about Lovely Camille? What is the magazine title? Lovely
Young
Camille.
Mind po.
Okay, are you sure? Is that the complete magazine title? Yes, Marielle.
Young Mind Creatives po.
Very good. So we have Young Mind Creatives as our magazine title. Now, do we have issue date?
Yes.
Yes, Zyriel, when is the issue date?
June 2020 po.
Very good. Now, let's move on to the title of article. What is the title? Yes, Marielle.
Finding New Hobbies in Time of Quarantine.
Okay, so that's the title of article. Now, who is our author? Who is our author? Kyra Sabio. What's the author's name? Kyra?
Thea Elisbo.
Okay, we have Thea Alisbo. That's the author's name. Now, how are we going to make a bibliography for this source? We start with anyone who would like to enumerate the parts?
The
Yes,
author's
Joshua.
name.
Okay, Joshua, please go on. We have
Author's
the
last name and first name.
author's. What else? Continue, Joshua. Continue. Author's name followed by
Title of article.
next.
Magazine title.
And lastly,
Issue date.
very good. So you need to memorize the pattern or the format and then the punctuation marks. So that's for magazine. Now let's continue with the last one. Newspaper. Newspaper is the last one for printed resource. Okay. Now, what is a newspaper? Please read. Mia.
It is a periodical that is printed and distributed, usually daily or weekly, containing news, opinions, features, and advertisements.
Okay, very good. So we have a lot of columns in our newspaper. And how are we going to make a bibliography for your newspaper? Ariane, please read the format. We start with.
Author's last name,
Continue.
first name,
Continue.
title of article, newspaper name, month, day, and year.
Very good. So as you can see here, since newspaper are published daily, you have to indicate the month, day, and year at the end. Do you follow?
Yes, I follow.
Yes, I follow.
Okay, thank you. Now let's move on to this example. Can you tell me what's the newspaper title? Clyde.
Ma'am Caraga sinagpress.
Very good. Now can you tell me what's the title of the article? Title of the news article. Josh.
Filipino students bags trophy in international quiz bee.
Very good. Now who is our author? Jody? Lian Jody?
Karen Leonardo.
Thank you. Now, did we miss anything? How about the date when it's published? Rian.
July 17, 2018.
Okay, however, as you can see here in our newspaper here, it's not indicated. Sometimes it's written below or sometimes it's written above. You just need to find it. Ma'am, what if there's no date? I think it's impossible if it has no date because it's a newspaper. So you just need to find it at the front part where you can see the name of the newspaper. Do you follow?
Yes,
I follow. Okay, now this time we will move on to online resources. Same with the printed, we have 5 here. Will you please enumerate? What are the 5 online resources? Shaila Silverio. Shaila Silverio.
Yes po.
Okay, please enumerate the 5 printed resources. Go. Online rather, online. Go.
Website, ebook, online journals, online magazine, online newspaper.
Very good. So we have 5. Okay. Now let's start with website. What do you mean by website? Yes, Marielle?
Website. This refers to the collection of files and related resources accessible through the World Wide Web and organized under domain name.
Okay, very good. So we have the website here. It just refers to the collection of files related to the World Wide Web or www and organized under a domain name. We have here our format for book. Author's last name and first name, title page, website title, published date, and then URL. There is no punctuation at the end of it. I'll show you one by one later on. Okay, so let's have an example here. Can you tell me the title or the owner of Cite? Who is the owner or what is the name of the site? Yes, Dominic.
Orculo Ramon Jr.
Is that the title of the site? Thank you for trying. Yes, Mia.
Department of Education.
Okay, Department of Education, Caraga Region. So the website is for Department of Education, Caraga Region. That's the name of the website. Now, let's start with the title of the page. What is the title of your page? Yes, Marielle?
Solid Faith.
Very good. Do we have date publication or publication date?
Yes po.
Yes
Okay,
po.
what is it? What is it? What is it? Yes, Allen. Allen.
June 2, 2020.
Okay, and lastly, do we have author, Dominic? Dominic, who's our author? Who's our author?
Orculo Ramon Jr.
Very good. And lastly, we have the URL or the Uniform Resource Locator. Okay, I'll show you later on how to find those one by one. Okay, but before that, let's move on to ebooks first. So when we have ebooks, okay, are you fan of reading Wattpads? Wattpads.
Yes po.
Okay. Okay, so you're reading Wattpads. Now, what are ebooks? Justin Colientes, please read.
Ebooks. These are books that are read on a computer or electronic devices.
Okay.
They are cited exam printed book without format. The MP of book.
Okay. EPUB, etc. Include the URL at the end of the citation. Okay, so, okay, thank you for that. Do you still see my screen?
Yes po.
Okay.
Yes po.
So, okay, that's okay. Same with your printed book. Okay, you just need to follow the format of your printed book. However, at the end of it, you have to include the format of your ebook. Say, for example, you have your digitized module. What is the format of your digitized module? What Microsoft document is used there in your, yes, Clyde.
Ma'am, Google po.
Thank you for that. But we're trying to discuss about the Microsoft format. Yes, Parisaiko.
Drive po, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, it's from Google Drive, but we are talking about the format. What is its format? Yes, Eliza.
PDF file po.
PDF, very good. So I'll stop sharing and I'll show my screen, my entire screen. Okay. Say, for example, here is your wait a minute. Can you see my screen?
Yes po.
Okay, we have here modules.
Yes po.
Learning activity. Okay, here we have full modules. Writing bibliography. We will open this and you can see here at the top, Adobe Acrobat Pro DC. And this is in PDF format. This is an ebook. Do you follow?
Yes, I
Yes, I
follow.
follow.
Yes.
Okay. Now, what if I use Microsoft Word? What is the format? It's in doc, right? DOC. Okay? DOC. Since it is in documents. How about with Excel? Here we have Excel. So usually it's in, as you can see it here, save as, and here below, you will see browse and then format or the type here below. We have Excel, we have web page, and a lot of formats. PDF, text, okay? Do you follow?
Yes
Yes
po.
po.
Okay. So those are the different formats or type of ebooks. Now I'll stop sharing and I'll share my screen again, my window. Let's continue. Here is our example. There you go. Let's try to find the information we have here. What's the name of publisher? Since this is ebook, we have to find the publisher, the name of the publishing house, the year, and alike. So what are the things that you can see here? Can you enumerate? How about the others? Can you enumerate all the information that you can see from this ebook? Another student. Yes, Maria. Another student, please. How about Michael Josh? Michael Josh? How about Freya? Freya, just tell me what you see there. Any information that you see. Freya?
I would like to help them
Title of
Okay, go. It's okay. So Freya, you're talking. Go on. Freya? Okay, I think there's problem with your internet. Yes, Dominic, would you like to enumerate all the information that you can see from this ebook? Go.
Name of publisher, title of the book, authors, format, place published, and copyright year.
Very good. So those are the information that you can see from this ebook. Same with your printed book. You have the name of the author or the authors. Yes, you can see we have, how many authors do we have here? Yes, Marielle. How many authors do you see?
3 po.
There are 3. We have Solis Aname, De La Cruz Christopher, and Dizon Jane. Very good. As you can see, we have here the word "and." Okay. Now we have, what's next after the name of the authors? Dominic. What's next?
Title of the book.
Title of... Okay. Okay, and then what is Manila? What is Manila? What is the next information after the title of your book? You have the
Place published.
place published. Thank you, Shyla. And last one, we have the
Copyright year.
Are you sure? We have the place first and then followed by, yes, Joshua. Name of publisher. Now, do you know any name of publisher in the Philippines? Any publishing house in the Philippines? Do you know anything? If you can browse your book, the book that you're holding, you can find there. Yes, anyone? Just raising their hand. Yes, Aliyah. Can you give me an example? Yes.
Cycom po.
Psycho. So that's the publishing house? Publishing company? So that's a publishing. I'm not familiar with that, but usually we have the Rex publication. Yes, Maria. Maria Emer.
I was about to say Rex po.
Okay, Rex publication. What else? Yes, Dominic.
Gaio Publishing.
Okay, Gaio. What else? Kim Duque.
Vibal Group po.
Okay, Vibal Group. What else? Jean Patrick.
Harmony Publishing House.
Okay, Harmony and many more. Then here we have Teams Publishing Company, comma, we have 2018. What is 2018? Yes, Marielle.
Copyright year po.
Okay, copyright year or year published. And lastly, we have, what is this at the end? What is that? What is this? What is EPUB?
Format.
Format, exactly. So that's the format. It's in EPUB. Okay. At the end, we have the period. Next, we have online journal. So when we have online journal, same format with our journal. However, we have here at the end, what did we add? What did we add on our journal? Online journal. Mia.
The URL command.
Very good. So in our online journal, we had the same format with printed journal. However, at the end, we add the URL. So let's have an example. I'll show you my screen. Wait a minute. Okay. So let me share my entire screen. Here. If I will search in Google, I'll search in Google. There are a lot of e-journals in Google. We have the right journals. Journal entry. Okay, say for example, we have journal entry about language. Okay, so here we can find this journal. Okay. Usually we have here the name of the web page. We have, what is the name of the web page? What is it? Yes, go on. Please read it. Go. Unmute yourself. I can see you. Go. Can you tell me what's the name of the web page? Yes? Who's raising their hand? Yes, Marielle. Go on.
Taylor and Francis Online.
Very good. So that's the name of the website. How about the title of the article or the title of your journal? What is the title of your journal? Yes, Shaila?
Language and history.
Okay, so we have language and history. So you can see here, there are a lot of journals and you have to open them and download. Okay, there you go. Okay, and then let's go back. Okay, there. If we need to include the URL, you just need to highlight this one. Highlight here at the top. Then Control A, copy. And then you paste it in your you paste it here. Okay. I forgot to include about the hanging indention. Okay, so I was about to tell that a while ago. Okay, there you go. So you just need to copy and paste it. Okay, and like with books, at the end of our entry, we have to put period. However, when we have URL, we should not put any period. Why do you think so? Why we should not put period in our URL? Anyone? Are we going to put period here? Yes or no? Are we going to put period? Yes, Dominic. Should we put period?
No.
Why not?
It's gonna ruin it. Like, it's not going to be the same.
Okay, so it will ruin the link. Okay, that's right. So let's try to search this link. Okay, I will share you my entire screen so that you can see what we're trying to say here. Okay, say for example, this is my link. This is the link. It has period, okay? Control C, and then I will paste it here in my search engine in Google. Here, I'll search it, and then let's see what will happen. Oops, page not found because we put there period. If we remove it, let's see what will happen. There you go. We go to how to write a bibliography on a YOWA webpage. Do you follow?
Yes,
I
ma'am.
follow.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, I
so that is the
follow.
reason. That is the reason why we should not put any punctuation mark. Yeah, because if readers try to use your uh, resources, they might be confused. Why? It's not showing the article online. Okay, now let's continue. Wait a minute. So that's for online journal. We have the author's name, article title, issue, page range, and then the URL. Yes. Are you raising your hand? Let's have an example here. Yes, Kian, do you have any question? Do you have any question? Okay, I guess you just click it. Now, let's have this journal. And what is the title of this journal? Journal title or the name of the journal online. Yes, Mia.
Philippine Journal of Science.
Okay, Philippine Journal of Science. Now, how about the volume number, issue number, and page range? And the publication date. Do we have? You can see here below. Yes, Ariane. Volume. Volume 149. Yes, Paris. Go.
149 number 2, ma'am.
Okay, so we have volume 149, number 2. Okay, we have year 2020 and our page range 273 to 281. How about the author? There are many authors here. Okay, can we count how many authors are there? So we have Soriano Pamela, 1. Villame, 2. Jen. And we also have Kalumba, 3, 4, 5, 6,
7.
7. Okay. They only put 7 here, but I'm not sure if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so there are 7 authors here. So they put all the names. They are arranged how they are put in here. Okay, and then we have the title of the article. What is the title of our article? Another student. Kian? Kian? Title of your...
Utilization of alugbati
Okay. Alugbati leaves.
leaves powder to increase vitamin A content
Content.
of fresh egg noodles.
Very good. Okay. So don't forget your quotation mark. Okay. So when we write our entry, we start with the name of the authors. Then we have the title of the article, followed by the journal name or the journal title, and then the issue information. Don't forget. And then lastly, we have the URL. Okay, so that's for journal. We just added the URL. Now let's continue. We're almost done. We have the online magazine. So just like our magazine a while ago, printed magazine, we have the same format. We just need to add the URL. Okay. So we have the author's last name, article title, newspaper. Okay. So I was talking about the hanging indention a while ago. When you write your essay, usually you indent your sentences or your paragraph like this. Okay, so the first part is inserted to the left side. Okay, just like this. This is your paragraph format. Do you follow?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so say for example, these are sentences. This is your first sentence, followed by the next one. However, when you write a bibliography, it should be in hanging indention. What is the meaning of hanging indention then? So you can see here, the first part is at the right side, okay? And then the next part, the next lines are in the right side. They are in hanging indention. Okay, that's how you do it. Let me show you. That is the hanging indention. There you go. Do you follow?
Yes po.
Okay.
Yes po.
Remember that all of your bibliographical entry should be in hanging indention like this. Okay. Now let's continue with the online magazine. I'll share you my screen again. Let's try to have an example. Okay, I will search in Google one more time. I will search online magazine. Online magazine Philippines. So we have here, there. What is the name of the magazine? What do you think is the name of our magazine? You can see it at the top of your, it's like the web page name. What is it? It's
Esquire.
okay, Esquire.
Esquire.
So that's the name of your magazine. Now let's find an article. Let's have Willie Ong. Willie Ong. Okay, can you read the title of the article?
Yes.
Okay, go.
Willie Ong wants to lessen the release of COVID data for the sake of your mind.
Okay, so that's the title. Now, who is our author? Can you see our author's name?
Yes.
Pia, okay, who is she? Pia Regalado. Okay. Now, it's just today. So your date is 23/09/2018. How about the URL? Where is it? Here at the top. You just copy it. So that's it. It's very easy. So there are many magazines. Let's continue. We're almost done. We only have last one. Okay. So just like what we mentioned a while ago, you just need to add the URL here. No period, of course. Next, we have an example. What is the magazine title? It's at the uppermost. Shaila?
Ma'am, Filipino magazine.
Very good. That's the title, the magazine title. How about the article title? Danica Pineda? Danica Pineda. What is the title of the article?
Homeschooling, how to be the best tutor to your kids.
Okay, very good. So that is the article title. Now, who is our author? Eugene? Yes, Eugene?
John Michael Bautista.
Very good. Date published? Clyde Soriano? Clyde Soriano? Date published, please. Clyde Soriano.
Ma'am, can you repeat the question?
What's my question again? Dominic, what's my question? It's okay. Yes, Dominic, what was my question?
Title of the article or magazine title?
And then we have the date published. When is the magazine published or the article published? Clyde.
Ma'am, 2020.
May 12.
Ma'am,
May 19. Okay, 2020. Very good. I want you to pay attention with our topic. I'll be calling students randomly, yeah? Okay, and lastly, what do we put at the end? We have the Marielle.
URL po.
URL. That's so very easy. Now, let's continue with the last one. We have online newspaper. Okay, there you go. This is an online version of newspaper. Same format with printed. You have the author's last name, first name, article, title in quotation marks. Then magazine, the newspaper title, then comma, month, day, year, period, and then URL. Remove the period of the URL. Okay, so let's have an example. Okay. Can you give me the name, any newspaper that you know? Go.
Rappler.
Rappler. Okay, Rappler. Rappler newspaper. There. So Rappler newspaper. What is the first information that we need to include in our newspaper? We have how about let's have the latest news. Anyone? What is the first thing that you have to include?
The author.
Author. Let's have this as an example. We have this article. Okay. Who is our author? Is it indicated here? Let's see if it's at the end. I think they did not include the author's name. Okay. But let us just focus on what is the title of the article?
Webinar Dispelling the Myth of the Bobotante.
Okay, webinar dispelling the myth of the Bobotante. Okay, how about what is the name of the newspaper?
Rappler.
What is the Rappler? Very good. When is the article published? Another student, please. Felix Corpus. When is the newspaper published?
Ma'am, September 23, 2021,
Very
11:07 a.m.
Okay, thank you so much. And lastly, what is this?
URL.
URL. Just copy it. Okay. Ma'am, what if there's no author? In online, sometimes they don't put the author. However, in printed, there is always an author. You have to find it. Okay. Now, let us try this activity. Okay, yeah, this one. What is the newspaper title again? A window. Here. What is the newspaper title? Yes, Patrick.
Sinag Press.
Sinag Press. What is the title of your article, Mia?
This OR remains COVID-19 free deal.
Okay, DOH. Who is our author? Christopher. Christopher?
Maria P. Timbang and Maria P. Timbang.
Okay. So we have Maria P. Timbang. Okay. It was not edited here, so let's try. How do we start? We start with?
Last name.
Of the
What is
author.
the last name?
Timbang.
Timbang. Maria. And then what's the punctuation mark? Period.
Comma.
Period. Okay. We use period for our name of the author. Pauline Ignacio just entered the class. Okay. Now let's continue. What's next after the name of the author? We have what is Miss O.R. remains COVID-19 free? What's that? Eliza.
Title of the article, ma'am.
Okay. What's the punctuation mark outside the title?
Quotation mark po.
Quotation marks. Okay. And then we have, what's next after the title of the article? It's okay, Pauline. Condolences. Yes, Rian.
Publication date.
Okay, so we have the do we have the publication date right away? After the title of the article, yes, Lian, we have the
Newspaper title.
newspaper title first. Remember that. After the title of the article, newspaper name. Okay, comma. What's next? Marielle.
Publication date po.
Okay, June 12, 14, 2020. Period. Then after that, we have the URL. Okay, now let's try. Let's try this. Okay, I have here a book entry. I want you to make a bibliography for this. I'll give you 2 minutes to do it in your notebook. Go! If you already answered this, you don't need to answer your module 2. Do you follow?
I follow.
Okay, so this is your free time. You don't need to answer your module anymore. You just need to finish 3 entries that I'll be showing you today. Okay, and we'll check it today also. Start with the, we have your book title. I did not include the book title. How about the author, place of publication, publisher, and the copyright? Go, make a bibliography for this. You have 2 minutes. Can you open your camera so that I can see if you are working on it? Open your camera, please. Okay. Just unmute yourselves. May I see your paper and your pen? Okay, go. I want you to work on this book entry. Make a bibliography for this book entry. You just keep your camera on. I want to see you working on the activity. Since you don't need to answer your module anymore, these are the only things that you need to answer today. Go, you can do it. Raise your hand once you're done and show us or tell us your answer. Oh, I think somebody's finished already. That's so quick. Okay. Wait a minute. While you are answering that, I'm going to prepare your learning activity sheet too. Who is that? Who is finished already? Can you say your name?
Mariel po.
Oh, Marielle, that's so quick. So Marielle, just wait a minute, please. I'm preparing your learning activity sheet too. Okay, go please. Go, Marielle. Go on, go on. Go. Okay. We start with the
Author's name.
Go.
Chikyamko Norma Olizon.
Okay.
Pandesal saves the day. North Clarendon, Vermont, USA. Total Publishing 2017.
Thank you, Marielle, for your quick answer. But I would like to notice some information that you forgot to include. Do we have, after the title of your book, I think you missed the subtitle. Do we have subtitle?
Yes.
Oh, then thank you. Thank you, Marielle. Your answers are almost correct, okay? You may edit it, okay, Marielle? Thank you so much. Yes, Patrick, what is the subtitle?
A Filipino children's story.
Okay, Patrick, can you enumerate our answers with punctuation mark? Go.
Chikiam ko,
Go.
Norma.
Chikiam ko,
Pandesal
wait. Chikiam ko, what's the punctuation mark? Okay, chikiam ko.
Dal.
Go. Chikiam ko. Comma, right?
Comma.
Okay.
Norma Olizon.
Okay.
That.
Okay. Ma'am, okay. Do we have to put the middle name? As you can see in our Chicago or in our CMOS, we don't need to put the punctuation. We don't need to put the middle initial. So you'll just proceed with Chikiamko, comma, Norma, period. Do you follow? Did you do that? Okay. And then after the author, what's next? We have what's next after the author? Like what Marielle mentioned.
Title of the book.
Okay, what's the title of your book? Pandesal. Yes, Ariane.
Pandesal saves the day.
Then punctuation mark. Colon, then
Filipino
children's. Okay, very good. Then punctuation mark. Period, right? Period. Okay, after your title and subtitle, what's next? What's next after the title, subtitle? Yes, Dominic.
The place of publication.
So what's the place of publication?
North Clarendon, Vermont, USA.
Okay, followed by?
A colon and then the place of publishment.
Okay, so the place where the book was published, do we have the total publishing? We have the name of the publisher rather. Okay, don't forget your colon to separate the place and the publisher. Period. Then lastly, we have the copyright 2017. I hope you got it correctly like this one. Okay, and as you can see, your title should be italicized. Like that. Then your punctuation mark there, another punctuation mark there, period. Let's continue with the next entry. Newspaper. Go. You have 2 minutes. 2 minutes to answer. Make a bibliography entry for this. Make a bibliography entry for this. Of course, you have to always start with the author. After the author, what's next? Yes, Marielle. Marielle, you're raising your hand. Are you done?
Ma'am, napindot lang po.
It's okay. Go on. So you have the name of the author, followed by, what's next after the name of the author? Anyone? Yes, Marielle. Okay, the title of article. So they have the article title, followed by the
Newspaper name.
okay, newspaper name. Then lastly, we have the date. Go do it. It's very easy. Don't forget your quotation marks and everything. Yes, Dominic, are you done?
Yes.
Oh, can you enumerate your answer? Go.
The author and then the article title, then the newspaper name, and then the date.
Okay, the date. Very good. Now, I want you to look at this answer. Did you do it like this? Don't forget your hanging indention. Don't forget your hanging indention, okay? It's here, your hanging indention. Don't forget that. This one. Hang indention here. Now, last one. We have website. This is the last one. Can you make a bibliography entry for this website? We have the page title. Christopher J, are you still there? Christopher, okay, yeah. Now make a bibliography entry for this website. This is the last one. Oh, I think you're done. Are you finished? Oh, another student aside from Dominic. Who would like to try making an entry for this website? The others, where are you? Oh, Patrick and Dominic, you're so quick. How about the girls? How about the others? You are 51 in this classroom. Micaela Anico? Micaela Anico Laris Torres, are you there? Micaela? Micaela?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, you're there. So how do we start our website bibliography entry? We start with the... Yes, Micaela. How...
Author.
Oh, very good. After your author, what's next?
Page title.
Okay, page title. Next, we have...
Website title.
Continue.
Publish.
Okay.
Date publish.
And lastly?
URL.
Oh, very good. So if you did that properly, just like this format here below, then you are correct. Okay. Okay. However, how many sources did I show you? Did I ask you to do? How many sources? There are? How many resources did you make an entry this afternoon? There are?
Ma'am, 3.
Three. Okay, very good. As you remember, bibliography should be arranged. How? How do we arrange our bibliographic entry, our resources? A slide.
Ma'am, the author's name, then the title, then the subtitle, and then the date.
Thank you for your answers. Okay. However, I'm referring to the format. How is your bibliography entry arranged? They are arranged?
With a hanging indention?
With a hanging indention and arrange
Vertically.
Okay, alphabetically. And you have to look at the author's last name. And they should be arranged accordingly. So we have C, Leuus, and Salaveria. And then, there you have it, your bibliography entry. That's how you do it. Is it easy? A little. You need to memorize, right? You need to memorize the format. Yeah, that's so easy like that. So, after you memorize, then you make the format and everything. That concludes our topic for this morning. It's so long. Did you enjoy the class or did you feel bored?
I enjoy it.
Wow, I'm so glad to hear that from you, that you enjoyed it. Now, in your chat box, I sent here this link, Google Form Learning Activity Sheet 2. Please open it, and with Beryllium, you need to answer it until this afternoon. And same with Bismuth, you need to answer it until this afternoon also. Okay? So that your the information are still fresh. And after you answer, since in LAS2 I did not include the correct answer anymore because there are students who are taking screenshots and sending the answer to the other students. So this time there is no answer anymore. You just need to show me your screenshot that you already responded LAS2. Did you follow?
Yes, I follow.
Okay, so I guess that would be all for today. I will stop presenting and I will end this call now. Bye!
Thank you po,
Thank you
ma'am.
po.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you po.
Bye, ma'am.